What is going on, guys? Miles here, and welcome to my first ever Infinite Warfare Multiplayer gun guide. This one's going to be for the NV4. Let's do this. Just in case you guys don't know already, the NV4 is an assault rifle and you unlock it at level 1, which is really nice because that means anyone who has Infinite Warfare can actually use this gun straight away after watching this video and after taking the advice which I'm going to give to you. So that's one really awesome thing about this gun, and also it means you don't have to waste a prestige token to keep using this gun whenever you want. So that's one really good feature about this weapon. The description for the NV4 mentions how it's a fully auto ballistic rifle with a moderate fire rate which increases stability for the weapon and gives it best in class accuracy, and this gun is ideal for mid to long range engagement. Which is true, but honestly I find that this gun still actually melts people even at really close range, which is why I think it's actually one of the best guns currently in Infinite Warfare Multiplayer before all of the patches, because it still melts people at close range and it works really well at medium to long range because of the lack of recoil. As for damage, I find that the NV4 is around a 4 bullet kill, sometimes a 5 bullet kill if they're really far away, which will give it a damage of around like 28 to 23 damage per bullet, with a headshot multiplier I think which is 1.1 unless you're using like high caliber, and each person has like 100 health, so around 4 to 5 bullets to kill is a pretty solid weapon. As for attachments, I would definitely recommend the red dot sight, but if you guys can cope with the regular iron sights, I would definitely recommend using them because it will actually save you a point on your creator class, which you can use on like a piece of equipment or a perk. But also I think the quick draw is actually key on this weapon, especially for like close to medium range. I find that the quick draw is absolutely essential to win those gunfights, and also stock is a really nice attachment for assault rifles in this game, so you can strafe around whilst actually shooting people and make yourself like a harder target to hit. Personally, I think the foregrip attachment is actually useless on this weapon just because it has barely any recoil, even without foregrip. It's very similar to the ICR from Black Ops 3, if you guys remember that gun. Has literally no recoil, it's pretty much a laser gun. And I also wouldn't really recommend extended mags because the rate of fire is pretty slow, so it's not like you're going to run out of ammo during a gunfight because you're not going to be missing a ton of bullets and you don't run out very quickly because it does have a pretty moderate fire rate. I wouldn't really recommend suppressor either just because it lowers the range, which is one of the qualities which makes the NV4 a beast. But if you guys want, you can throw on maybe hollow point, but it does require level 15 on your NV4 to use, and that will obviously increase the headshot multiplier for the NV4. But I would recommend using a sight and then 2 extra attachments for your NV4. If you want to get a third attachment, that will start costing 2 points, so it's pretty expensive. And if you have 2 attachments and then a sight, you can actually have a pistol and then like 4 perks to back you up. Moving on to the variants, the NV4 obviously has 4 variants like every other weapon in the game. There's 1 common, 1 rare, 1 legendary, and 1 epic. And honestly, some of them are pretty good, some of them are pretty bad. The common one I wouldn't even bother using, honestly. It gives you increased ammo which stacks with extended mags, but like I said earlier, you're not going to really need extended mags on this weapon, so wouldn't really bother with that variant. But moving on to the rare variant, we have one called Vigilance right here, which causes damage to make the target show up on the map, which I'm not sure how useful that's going to be. I've never actually seen someone use that perk, so I'll have to wait and see that. I don't think it sounds very good, but who knows, I could be completely wrong there. And the rare variant also allows you to reload faster when your magazine is completely empty, which once again I don't think is very good because I end up like having to reload when I have like 10 spare bullets to this weapon, so I won't be able to make the most of that perk. But the legendary variants are where things start to get good for the NV4. We have the Fallout, which is the legendary version, which gives you the nuclear perk, which allows you to obviously get the deatomizer strike if you get 25 kills in a row, and it also gives you a pretty cool camo for the NV4 as well. Looks like royalty from Advanced Warfare, honestly. And this perk also gives you stability, which is pretty much reduced recoil, which stacks with foregrip as well. But honestly, that's pretty useless for the NV4 because it literally has like 0 recoil already. And finally, the epic variant is called the Flatline, which is absolutely amazing. One of the perks is called Precision, which gives you an infinite damage range, which is pretty mad. That means every bullet will deal maximum damage and there'll be no drop off with range like there usually is. So it will be pretty much a 4 bullet kill every time. It's never going to be a 5 bullet kill. We also have Focus, which gives you reduced idle sway when aiming down sights, which is pretty useful once again. Obviously not as good as the infinite damage range, but it's a nice bonus. But there we have it. That is my rundown of the NV4 assault rifle in Infinite Warfare Multiplayer. If you guys have any other suggestions for weapons, be sure to leave them down in the comments below and I will make guides on them. But if you guys found this video useful, if you could like and subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome. But I'll see you guys in my next video.